Alright, so it's basically first thing in the morning, and at the dealership. I was going to start over. I wanted to do this video to show the new stuff in the game. I was going to start over with a whole new game, and after about half an hour of that, I remembered how much I hate hand grinding and polishing and fixing engines and so on. So I thought, well, I can show off all the new stuff since the last time I was in here with you guys by just loading up my current dealership. So this is my longest playthrough, and I have a little over 3 million in the bank. I topped out at 6, but I've been working on the trophies, which require a lot of vehicles. You basically have to do 50 of each vehicle to get the diamond trophy. But you can see my dealership here, and then I'll show you how I've organized stuff. But the not a sleazy dealership over here. There's my interior. There's the shops. Back there is more shops. I'll show you more of that. These are cars I just bought. None of these run. That's why they're all out here. And then I don't know why there's a gap here, but whatever. Those cars didn't run either. Usually I drop off non-running cars or whatever directly in the shop overnight, so they can start first thing in the morning. Then inside here I have a handful for sale. So these, I just got the diamond on trophy for these, so these were the leftovers in my inventory, so I put them out here to sell them. She's probably going to lowball me. Yeah, I just reject those. Wish there was a way to filter. I mean, you have this guy over here doing nothing, right? So there's going to be an update any time now that's going to add the ability to do your repair machines to this guy, so that's why there's this. You can prioritize and whatever. Right now he can pick up packages, so if I order parts, he'll go get them. He is slow AF, but it doesn't matter. If you're just refilling inventory, not for being short on something, but just because, especially the common things like brakes and calipers, those kinds of things you run out of just routinely, so I tend to just order every so often to top them up. Here's the trophy case. You can see my first diamond right there. I'm pretty close to diamond on a couple of the other Phantoms, and on whatever this, I don't remember all the car names. I tend to rethink them as what they probably were supposed to be. So this little thing here, it's an Apex something something. It just looks like a Volkswagen Golf, so I just call it a Volkswagen Golf. This one should be 100%. Nice. So this is going to go back here. So I'm not going to be as efficient as I used to be, but I'm going to show you what's going on. So this is my collection of cars that need to go to the crusher for trophies. So I park them by model, right? So here I have 2 of these. With these smaller cars, I usually stack up 3 and then take 3 at a time. With these larger cars, I tend to do so. I mean, this one looks to me like a Chevy, I don't know, Caprice or Nova or something. But anyway, I tend to do 2 at a time on these because I don't like to trailer them. There's no reason for that other than I just find it annoying. These are, I think of these as Toyota Corollas. I'm getting fairly close on those 2. These, I just started a little while ago, so I think I maybe hit gold trophy on these at this point. And then this is my newest. So these wagons, this was the first car I collected in my garage, actually, because I love these things. But these are the newest one. I haven't turned any in yet, but I bought a whole pile of them and have been finishing them. This is my storage van. So this is where I store trophies, and then after a while I'll start loading them. I'll show you what I do here. What trophies do I have? I think I have a bunch of different ones. So let's just bring up this here. So I don't know. I think it's the Caballero. I don't know what equivalent to this is. It's kind of like a Toyota Supra, but not really. Kind of like a Ferrari, but it's pretty cheap if it's a Ferrari. I'm not sure what kind of car this is supposed to be. But anyway, what I do is I stuff the trunk with trophies from that car because you can't put them all in the case. So go in here and grab all of these. I think that's all of them. Quick glance, it looks like all of them. I think I just missed one, right? Nope, that's not it. All right. So I'll take those and I just stick them in the trunk. And then when the trunk is full, I put another one of these cars in there. So there you go. And then I just put the car away. So that's how I'm organizing trophies. And then with one of the updates, this has a huge cargo space. So I'm just using this van as a storage locker, basically. So you can see all of that I've got. So I've got all these Phantoms. They look a lot like Mercury or maybe Pontiac wagons, more like Mercury's. And then these kind of look like a combination of a Z car and a Trans Am or something. So that's what I think of those as, and Corollas, of course. And then these look like Geos. So little Geo Metros, and these Volkswagen Golf I've said before. And yeah, so run through the shop. Here's the paint shop, or the photo booth, the paint shop. This car he just finished, so we can pull it around to have it polished. So let's get this one cleaned up. I'm doing these as well, but they're slow going because they just don't come up for sale very often. Mechanics should be done. So these were non-running cars last night when I pulled them in. So I'm just turn it on, pull this in, and there you go, bro. And this one, I think, yeah. So I'll grab this, and I'll just stage it up right behind this guy. I don't have any. I think this is the last of my junkyard specials. My organization over here is different. So these are mechanically 100% cars, so they don't need to go into the shop. These just need bodywork and polish. I had a big backlog, so I did them that way. Cars facing towards that building are cars that run, so I can get in and drive them. I don't need to tow them around. These are cars that all run, but they still need the mechanic as well. And then here's my tow rig for around the yard. I was using that pickup truck that's in there. Now that's a parts truck because I decided to upscale and go with the G-Wagon. I just had to fuel it. The fuel depot is a new thing. So this is fully upgraded, all 3 tanks, right? And you use one of these. You can paint this in your paint shop, by the way. You use one of these to fill it. So one of these fills each of these, and then you can go into the pump room and it'll tell you where you're at. So I'm pretty much empty on tank 1, and I'm working on the other 2 tanks. So it takes a long time to use fuel. Basically, I'm mostly just fueling this and this tow truck. And this takes a long time to run out of fuel. So, and then the repair machines, you can see you have 2 of them now, which is great. So my routine for this is I basically just grab. I have these sorted so that the worst of them is at the top, right? And then so everything that needs repair is at the top, and then I just run the machines. So you can see it sorts by lowest quality on up, and then I just run them through the machines. Storage upgraded, so now there's 1,000 instead of 500. It basically doubled. Excuse me. I used to run into like the 450 range, and then here, of course, is the truck. So let me look at this because I probably need to order some parts. Pretty good on fuses, it looks like. And it looks like I'm primarily running out of brakes. Lots of clutches and engines. There's some brake parts. Mostly brakes. So I'm just going to order another little... I'm going to do a little order. I won't do a giant one. And I need to pull some cars in here. Normally what I do is I grab those and tow them in. But like I said, I'm not being efficient today. I'm showing you the setup. So we'll put this in here. Go nuts. And pull this up. Go to town. And we'll go in and we'll make an order really quick. So, bruh, gonna have a job for you in a minute. And I probably got to take care of these customers. So I do everything in groups of 10. So I'll order like sometimes 5 of something or whatever, and always end up with an even 10 number up here of some kind, because your guy over there can carry 10 things at a time. So this dude with the funky haircut can carry that many things, and that's it. Gonna lowball me? Of course you are. How about you? Still. Alright. I don't think I have any cars to list, so I'm just down to these 3. I usually just fill the showroom and leave out here. I don't like to have cars out here for sale because it's just more running around. See where I'm at with this guy. And then I'm going to move some cars for the mechanics. Alright. So this one's ready to go. So I'm just going to stage it over here. Yeah, so that's... I think I've shown you most of the new stuff. There's some details, I think, that maybe I haven't shown you. But they might come up as we go. Having 2 repair machines is awesome, because now I can actually keep up with 2 shops working on stuff, which is really cool. Whoops. Close enough. Before, I was having to manage the shop a lot, where I would have to have one worker just standing around empty-handed a lot, because I just couldn't keep up with the parts. That's no longer a problem. Now, most of the time, it's the other way around. I have more parts than shop time. Not always, but most of the time. And then you can see the deliveries here. So there's my slow walking, must be paid by the hour employee walking along with his box of 10 parts. So when I do big orders, I still run over there and fill the back of that truck and stuff. To make it quicker, but I'm looking forward to when he can do the parts machines, because I'll use him a lot for that sort of stuff. And I'll just drop this and stage it here, and we're going to run this to the body shop. So, this is going to be done pretty quick. So we'll stage this guy up. This is now my choke point. So I'm usually behind on bodywork. I'll have a bunch of cars repaired. Whoops. Why isn't it scanning? That's a bug. So what just happened there is it brings the scanner out, and then it leaves it out even though you put it away. It happens a lot, and I have to you have to basically bring it back out and do it again. It's the worst when it's one of those boxes, the delivery boxes, because there's no way to get rid of those except to basically save and reload the game, and then it just drops your box. Nice. Thanks, lady. Still lowballing. Yeah. These have only been listed for a day or so, so I'm going to get a lot of lowballs until I finally get the full price person to show up. That's basically how it goes. You usually have to have your listing there for a couple of days, and then you'll stop getting lowballs and you'll get somebody that offers full price. Nobody ever offers anything in the middle. I've tried to negotiate, and you can rarely get them to jump up from wherever you were at, anywhere close to where you want it to be. And I'll show you when I have a car to list here. I'll show, actually this is a car to list. I don't know why I staged it over here. I'm not keeping these to turn into the crusher yet. Anyway, when the machines is done. So I'll pull it over here and list it for sale and show you how I do this. So jump on the computer.
No way.
Choose that vehicle. Oh, I forgot to take photos. Shoot. That's what I get for staging it and not thinking ahead. Too busy talking, not busy enough thinking. I'll just take manual photos. If you haven't seen the photo booth in action by now, I don't know what to tell you. Alright. Usually when I do photos, I try not to have other cars in the background. It's just a thing that I do. I'm just kind of make sure it's still green. It's not like a game requirement. Nothing in the game cares. In fact, the photos that the booth takes, they're all funky. But anyway, all right. So now we list this, and something I want to show you. Let me drop these off and show you something. So you can see we're at 59.2, and then when I add the photos, we're now at 61.9. So photos add a lot of value. And then I'll make a guess on a price. Basically, I want this to turn yellow. Where it turns yellow, as long as it's above maybe this point somewhere right here, this is good. I don't ever post in the green because you'll just get continual lowball offers, and you'll never get a your price offer. At least it never feels like it. Yeah. So, and then this is 100%. I usually try to have that all visual condition perfect. I always want that. And then when I post it, I'll just put it right here. And then I always have them in the shop just for my own convenience when I'm having to run around and deal with all these lowball. Oh, nice. Not a lowball. Sorry about your hair, but awesome.
Sounds reasonable.
Okay, got rid of that. Yeah, money-wise, I've been hovering in the $3 to $4 million range most of the time now. It's super easy to make money once you have your shop like this, because all you have to do is grind for a couple of days of game time, and you can process a lot of vehicles. I'm up to where if I'm really chugging along, I can do 10 or 12 vehicles a day. And that means a fair amount of money. I'm going to park this in the lot, or in the yard over here. And just position it as it's mechanical 100%. Okay, and then these need to be empty. So grab this. Because of the way it works, you can see you can hold 25, but the machines only hold 20. So you end up with that overflow. So that gives you can carry what the machine has, basically the point. Whoops, wrong direction. And I think those are all, yeah. Drop off the excess. There's that. Then the mechanics need some more work. So we can grab this last couple. Actually, I need something to put in for sale, so I'm going to do this one first. So the other two, those are ones that I'm talking and not driving. Oh, damn. The other two, those are cars that I am working on for trophies. this in here, drop it, and run and grab one more. I like the insurance in the yard where you can't run over or scare people. Right. I'm just going to pull it around the back side of the shop. Because now I'm going to have to go get that Volkswagen over there. Okay. So replace everything. Replace everything. Nuts. Okay. Nice. First bid.
All right, partner. That's the great price.
Let's see if she'll negotiate. I bet you she won't. So we'll go with, say, 37,000. She went up to 26, so we're not even close. One more try. Nope. Sorry, lady, but tired of the low balls. I'm gonna go pick up that other car. Hi, twins. I basically kind of just plan on recording this day of work and showing you what it's like. In a minute here, I'll get into a flow and it'll start getting really efficient. And you'll see what I mean by how you can really process a lot of metal in a short amount of time. Clean in. One of the things I used to do that I haven't done in a while is I'll rotate employees, so you unassign them and reassign them to different locations, just for, S&Gs, shizzles and giggles. But anyway, stage this car up. I'm gonna put it. This is a 3. I usually do 3 at a time with this, so put it here. And this guy, I don't think I have any out. So about there. That's pretty good. Okay. And this guy's done. Nice. That was quick. Didn't need much. Let's bring it to her. Okay. And I will just bring him this because I kind of want 2 of these. This will stack up enough of them, I think, that now I can haul it in. Repair machine done, and these guys are done. So I want to prioritize this one so I can put it out for sale. I'll stage him up next, and then I'll stage this one up as well. And then radio off. Right there. Let's go do the repair machine. I used to prioritize these, so whenever they went off, whatever I was doing, I dropped it and ran over to do this. But now, because they keep up so well, I haven't been doing that as much. So let's drop this in here and then go talk to that customer. This one, still got that motion blur thing. You can get rid of it. I don't know what I need to do to the graphics. I've adjusted all kinds of stuff, but you see the blur behind the vehicle there? I've turned on and off all kinds of settings to try to change that, and it just doesn't happen. Oh, it's quitting time already. Dang it. Oh well. let's no, I'm good, thanks, lady. That's pretty low down there. Alright, so this one's done. She just finished that one. So we're at 100% there. Stage this one up. And this one's probably at 100. So you can stage it up. Nice. Bring me to 3 of them for the day. I wasn't watching the time very close. I really should have been. But okay. There's that. Repair machine's done, but he's not. So. Parts, that's 3 of those. So that gives us something. I don't even know why I'm being so careful. I'm going to come load these up. But anyway. See what kind of offerings she's got. Nope. Okay. Alright, so we can shuffle these around and then go get the truck and start loading. Okay. If I get to the junkyard fast enough, I can buy a bunch of parts too. Let's see. Grab the truck. I'll bring the trailer around. You don't have to do them all in a row, like the same car for the load. I didn't used to do this. I just find it more, I like having this huge lot of cars, right? So that's kind of what I've just, I don't know, devolved to or went to. I think I'll run this over there. I'll just take a whole settings that I did fixed it at all. You know what? I'm going to do this. Just move like so. The trailer will straighten itself out. Right about there. Pull this. Park it here. It's good enough. All right, and then we can pull this car up. To this customer before we go. Nope. As expected. Okay, so I took up this car. Drive along. I think I'll take the main road since I got the trailer on. Happens every time. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Careful, bro. I mean, I try to make it experience. to think of it as ending up business by wrecking some cars. Actually, but there are some mechanical issues. If you're going really fast down the hill, like I'm not really going too fast right now, but one of the things I'll do is I'll downshift and I'll just swap cars until just go. I think we're a little late to. Oh, nope, he's still there. Sweet. I'll just buy everything. Nice. I like to check just to see if there's any random upgrades, because you never know. And we can drop this. That keeps the little creepy roll from happening. You saw that? And then the cars in the crusher. So this is fairly new. Another new thing over here too that I might show you. So I am 37 out of 50, so doing pretty well. I always buy the most expensive trophy even though you don't have to. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter. So this, that's probably good enough. You can actually unload cars that run on their own without lowering those ramps. You don't have to lower those ramps. You can just drive them off the back. In fact, I'll show you a fun thing to do in here. The trophies that are produced just stack up behind it, so you don't have to pull them off every time. I do them at the end. So, in real life, that probably would have totaled this car, but it's fine. Okay, so I'm going up this guy in a few seconds. So I'm also going to go look at what junkers are in the lot up there. So let that do its thing. And see what we got over here. That's for sale. Don't need it. I do need this because I'm restoring, and this is for the crusher. I'll buy this one really quick to show you the other thing, this thing over here. So, first thing I got to do is pick that car up because it can't drive itself. Normally, I don't buy a lot of junkyard cars because they require a lot of time, money, and effort to restore to 100%. But with these trophy cars, that I'm working on, you need everyone you can get a hold of because it's like the cars for sale system is pretty random, but a lot of times you'll have like this dead period where you can't get any, you just can't get any of what you're looking for. So, and then different cars have different rarities, I think, in this game. So, alright, so you want to position yourself pretty close to where the car will go in there and then drop it in there. So this basically just gives you a dollar value to sell this car. So when I'm going to lose money on this, but I want to show you what it is. So basically I can sell this car for $9,100. So it just disappears it, you get the money. So if you have a car that you get super cheap and you don't want to spend the effort restoring it, that's an option right there to get in. Or if you just need quick cash because you find yourself broke, you can haul any car up here. You can haul any car up here and put it in there. So it's a good way to make really fast cash if for whatever reason you are going broke. But I have yet to see, unless you get a smoking deal on a car that you buy. Oh, I don't have any inventory. Great. Unless you get a smoking deal on a car that you bought, it's not profitable. So it's pretty rare that you're going to end up being profitable using that. So I'll put those in there, and where's the one I just dropped? Should be right here. There it is. I'll put that in there, and there was one more up there somehow. I think I must have left one when I was here last. I do that sometimes because they do just stack up. They don't go away. So for a long time, I didn't realize that you had to go pick them up. So when I first started doing this, I was like, why am I not getting trophies? This is dumb. I have a trophy case and no trophies to put in it. And then realized, oh, you have to go around the back. So anyway, all right, we'll go back via the hill. I don't usually haul cars back from here. I just do the teleport thing from here. I tend to do that with most of the vehicles that I'm driving, unless I have space in the shop. May or may not go car shopping for this. Oops. Also, I forgot to show you this. You can turn on the light bulb the header button. So that's pretty neat. It doesn't seem to change anything when you do it. What is it? 85. Dead cars roll over at midnight, but like I said, I don't like to buy a lot of junkyard cars. If I hurry up and teleport one, there'll be 2 new ones up there, but I don't really want to go up there again. So we'll teleport that one. See what we got. Oh, there's a wreck I never went to get. I should go do that. See if there's anything I absolutely must have right here. Probably not, because I went through it already, so I like to look at just the new ones. But while we're here, I'm going to go through these. And a bunch of trucks, some supercars. Yeah, none of this are the collectibles I'm working on, so we're good to go for a little while. I have a pretty... Let's drop this, I'm not going to need it. I have a pretty healthy inventory of projects right now. I don't need to buff it up with any more, but I am going to go get this right. I'm just going to leave the ramps down. I don't like driving like this because it makes this truck really ponderous. When the ramps are down and you're driving around road, it is really easy to... let me see if I can get the stop sign just right to this one. Just missed. Anyway, I like to make them spin on top. When you have the ramps down and you're driving, it's really easy to spin out this truck. So don't tend to do it. I don't have very far to go. And it makes it easy to line up in here. So just to where that turns, I did it too fast. So you can see how that is on, and then it just turns off. That's right where you want to be. You can drop the car in there, and it will be able to fit on the lift. There you go, ready to go. All right, I'm gonna put those ramps away because I'm gonna park this truck. Park it in this place. Do those parts machines. my trophies because I think I have an extra trophy. Oh, I already put it in there. Okay, good to go. So I need to unload the parts from the junkyard and do these really quick. Everything's staged up for tomorrow. It just rolled over midnight, so it's the last things for the day. So I run in here and pay the bills. That pays all the employees. I can delete this email because I went and picked that up. See if there's anything new right away. If there's not. And I might have another one to bring down. I had one more up there at the junkyard. It's right here. Alright. That basically finishes out the day. How awesome was that? Okay. So I'm going to go sleep and we'll call it an episode. I pretty much showed you everything new in this game. So that was pretty long. Went pretty long on that. So, alright, awesome. That's it. Yeah. I'll do a couple more updates pretty soon on this particular, as this game upgrades. And then if you're watching the channel, you've seen that I've done a lot of car mechanic simulator stuff. I think I have now pretty close to done every single model in that game. But we'll see. I'm going to hunt around and see. I'm going to actually make a list and see if there's any that I've missed. And do some more restorations. And then there's a bunch of cars that I did restorations but never hot rodded. So I might have to do hot rod versions. So there you go. All right. Yeah, that's it. Talk to you later.